What's up?
For a second, you were frozen. You're like this, and I was like, "What is he doing?"
Oh my gosh, my computer's got so much stuff running on it right now. Like, so I'm just happy I made it to air.
I was like, "I'm ready when you are, friend."
What is up, Alex? Say Wong, Danny, Graveyard, Armadillo. I want to give a quick shout out to Mighty the Armadillo for being our 1,000th sub. Woohoo! We are at 105 now.
Yes, we are 1,000.
You guys know what that means? Is that what I said?
Yeah. Well, you said 105.
Okay.
Well, one thing is though, since you're running, since you've got other stuff running on your computer, your camera and your sound are skipping. You said you.
I don't have other things running. No, I don't have other things running on my computer. I have other things on my computer.
Oh, okay, understood. Yes, well, from my side, 105. But Matt, you are correct. We are going to be giving a dark saber away, and we will be giving that away in 1 week. We want to make sure it's in stock before we do the giveaway. So keep it in your schedule. Next week, Sunday night, Saber Rattle, we are giving away a dark saber. What do you need to do to enter? You need to even stop staring. You need to come into the chat. You subscribe so you can see.
We are giving away. He's showing off.
He's showing off his saber.
He's showing his saber.
Wait, what?
Nez, let me finish your sentence. You stop. Everybody's driving me crazy right now. All right. He is showing off that we are giving away a NeoPixel dark saber for next week. All right, go ahead. You stop, please. You're driving me nuts, dude. Bye. Bye, Steven.
Grab one of the other sabers and hit him.
He's already run out the door.
Yes, guys. So keep an eye out next week. You make sure you subscribe so you know when we're going live, and you comment in the chat that evening, and you're immediately entered in for the NeoPixel Dark Saber giveaway. All right.
Yes. So I want to give you a quick explanation. We had ordered the dark sabers, our Kyber Cave 3. That they were here because of the high demand for them right now. They are not available from our manufacturer until this Tuesday. So we already have them ordered in. This is the reason why we pushed the drawing back until next week. We wanted to make sure we had them in the shop and ready to for you, ready to send before we sent that out. But we will be giving away a NeoPixel Dark Saber.
Yes, thank you, Mike. Mike said congrats on 1,000. So everyone's very excited. Yeah, the Graveyard was like, "There's someone behind you," but Steven was there. No Moise Wang.
I was getting worried when Graveyard says someone's behind you because he's the horror movie expert.
Someone behind you.
So I do appreciate. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. Typically, like I said, once we hit our numbers that week, we give out that saber. But this week, because that saber is still, we're still waiting for it to ship on Tuesday morning. It will ship Tuesday morning. It should be here by Friday afternoon. So next Sunday, we will have it in our hand, ready to be shipped to somebody's house. So make sure to tune in. Doesn't mean don't tune out now. Make sure to watch the show. We have an incredible guest for you tonight, as usual. What is up, Paul, Noel, and Myra? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Paul says, "I need that dark saber." Thank you guys for the great giveaway and congrats for the. Thank you so much. Thank you for the congratulations. Yes, Paul. I am sorry to disappoint, but we will 100%, no ifs, ands, or buts, be giving away that saber next Sunday.
Yes, on the 26th, we will be doing our NeoPixel Dark Saber giveaway. I think I've said that a few times. But since we're not doing it tonight, though, stick around because we've got news. We've got a flow of the show.
What's up, Will?
We've got our interview. We have Kevin Hogan's report, and he talks about Kyber Con 3, which was amazing and fun. Which I have this for you from the rock stars.
Oh, I'm so excited! I'm so excited about that
when
water
you
bottle. I
bring
have
the
stickers
laptop
waiting
tomorrow,
for
I
it.
can give this to you. And it has lightning bolt on the other side. So Tommy from New Rockstars gave us those, and then we also have Taco the Town. So stick around for a fun show, and we have a lot of cool stuff. So what is the first thing we do on our show, sir?
Nerdy news.
Nerdy news. First on the news today. I feel so cheesy saying it that way. You can actually find official Star Wars account, which is now on TikTok.
Oh wow!
So check in the description. There is an article that talks about it. But it was really funny to see a lot of jokes about it. Like, oh no, the Star Wars is officially on TikTok. All the thirsty TikTokers like who post like thirsty TikToks of Star Wars character cosplays are like, oh no, we can't do it anymore. But yeah, so I know, Alex. It's not that his audio necessarily itself is bad. Van's camera and audio have skipped a bit. It's a little bit better the last few minutes though, which is good. So anyways, if you guys want to check out just at Star Wars is the official Star Wars account on TikTok. So that would be, I'm looking forward to see like what they post. Like, is it just going to be so many people on TikTok post their own little edit things of the movies or whatever, and so I'm kind of interested to see what else they what they will be posting. And next,
Right.
All right, Quantum Mania is out, guys.
Woohoo!
Ant-Man Quantum Mania came out last Thursday. I think officially was the first day. It was out in all of US and stuff. Hi, Aubrey. Hello, my dear.
Hello there.
I got to see it last night.
Ooh.
And spoiler-free review. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of action. And it's kind of like similar to a lot of the recent Marvel movies where like every scene has some kind of comedic thing that happens or a line is said that kind of makes you chuckle. I do want to see some, this is just from my personal standpoint, I want to see some more like real serious stuff go on. But I think that's kind of like what DC is for.
I have heard, because I've been watching a lot of the reactions on this. I haven't had a chance to get out and see it yet, but I've heard that it's very big on setting up Phase 5. I've heard some people say that it didn't feel as much an Ant-Man movie as it felt a Marvel setting up Phase 5 movie.
I think it was a good combo of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just a good combination of it. But it was very fun, guys. It's worth seeing. It does have a setup, but mostly it's like, I don't want to give anything away that actually happens. But there's like a certain part of the plot, and then there's two after credit scene, a mid and after credit scene that kind of lead to Phase 5 setup. But I don't think it was just like strictly that. It was a good Marvel Ant-Man movie as well. So that is your nerdy news for this evening. Yeah.
Hey, Mez, if for some reason my audio's still not great by the time we go into interview, we may have you rock this interview. I'm worried about my audio.
Schneckies, you can try restarting and coming back and seeing if that helps. But the last few minutes have been okay, but you haven't spoken, I have. At the moment, it's fine. I think it was like your computer warming up.
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for asking, Alex. Isaac, what is up? I'm loving seeing all of these names in the house. Dude, everybody's sniffing out for that Darksaber. Yeah, so we will have that next week for you guys. We will have that Neo. It will be a NeoPixel Darksaber. It will be an SN NeoPixel, which is the lowest level. So it won't be a Profi. Won't be one that you can program yourself, but it will have all the cool NeoPixel effects.
It's so cool looking. Oh my gosh. Okay, so guys, next we have on our docket is we do our Flow of the Show every week. James Kaiser, our producer for Flow of the Show. Thank you so much, Joe. Our producer for Flow of the Show has brought us a flow from, now it was one person who posted it, but the actual person in, like the actual people are Jessy Foster from Jessy Spins. So without further ado, thank you so much. Enjoy our Flow of the Show. Ark, you're muted. I've unmuted you now. Yeah, you were, but I unmuted you.
I have been unmuted.
I can control that, like, kind of.
She controls all.
So thank you so much, James Kaiser, for bringing that to us. Yes, just knowing that these aren't the droids you're looking for.
That was very cool. I like the flame fire dance. The only thing, and I usually don't have anything negative to say. The only negative thing I would have to say is it was a little distracting with some of the other fire stuff going on. I think I would like to have seen just the one person.
More focused on one person. Or like
right.
Specifically choreographed where they are together, not like distracting from each other.
Exactly.
Is that you? Is that you? You're like Vogue.
This is my box. This is my square. What's up, Danny? Danny is a student at the school that I teach at. And yes, Danny, we are giving away next Sunday. We are giving that saber away. All right. So you don't have to pop into every single show. It's only this show, only Sunday nights.
Yeah.
All right. I'm seeing some people that are looking excited about hearing about droids.
Yes, I'm excited to hear it myself.
Yeah.
So,
that's fantastic because we have the perfect person waiting behind stage for us if you're into droids. This gentleman has been he is part of the Outlanders. I saw somebody made a comment about she was just the droid, she wasn't for the sabers. Here we go. Myra. She is part of the Imperial Outlanders, which this next gentleman is as well. He is very well known on the Northern California Comic-Con circuit because you will see him at just about every show. And if you don't see him, you'll probably recognize the droid that he is with. So with no further ado, please give it up for the one and only Mr. Stephen Mead.
Hey there.
Ooh, what is going on, Daddy-O?
Not much. Just hanging out. We're ready for Stockton Con.
Oh, yeah. Is that the next big one that you have? Next big show?
Yes. That's our next big one.
Beautiful. Is that, would you say, one of your favorite ones to do, or do you have favorites?
Actually, I do have favorites. Stockton Con is one of my favorites, but my ultimate favorite is Lodi.
Mm-hmm.
The Lodi show.
And why is that?
Just the size of it, the people there, they love R2. I bring all my droids to that one because they give us huge space.
Right. Now, when you say all your droids, of course, I know, I've seen you sometimes. You can see in the comment boards a lot of people say Wong is saying he was at SAC Anime. People are, Kevin is saying that you're at all the cons, usually the big ones. So obviously people know who you are. But why don't you explain to some of the people watching online what it is you do? Maybe let them know about some of the different droids that you have.
All right. I have R2-D2. I have an undercover chopper who's black and red. I have pit droids. Yeah, Chopper is the one with the attitude, major attitude.
All right.
I have a mouse droid, and I have other droids that I've built, but they're with new owners now.
Ah, I see. And do you have a personal favorite?
My personal favorite is always my last one I built. And right now, that one's my newest pit droid because he's also animated. His head moves around. He makes noises. His little eye lights up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's it like when little kids see that? Do they freak out when they see R2 rolling up on them?
I get at least one scream and run away at every show. And unfortunately, I do find humor and enjoyment in that one. But usually it's excitement and joy and just awe. Unbelievable that their droid is there. It's interacting with them. Because
Right.
I mean, I'm not hidden back behind the little felt rope, keeping everybody away from my droids. I'm out wandering around in the crowds with my droids. And so the
Right.
kids, and adults come up and talk, and he gets hugs all the time. It's amazing how many people hug R2. And just it's enjoyable that way.
And it's really cool too because if you guys have ever been to a con and you've seen Steve has like a PlayStation controller that he uses to remote control, and he's standing back from the droid, so like you'll see this droid coming down the aisleway, but it's not connected to anything. You're looking around trying to figure out who's actually controlling this droid, but it's a lot of fun watching people's reactions to him.
Yeah, usually I try and hide in the crowd too. Like I'll start seeing people looking around to see who's controlling them.
Right.
And I usually will try and, fade back into the crowd. And I've fooled quite a few people. But yeah, it's a PS2 controller. I use it for the Bluetooth.
Right.
And
Now, Steve,
some nostalgia.
Are you a mechanical person by nature? Do you have like a day job that is similar to this, or is this kind of just a whole separate hobby for you?
Well, I teach I teach Lego robotics during the summer.
Oh, nice.
And that's a course. And so when I teach the Lego robotics, what's the best mascot I can bring into the class is a robot. And
Right.
a robot that the kids are learning to do, program and build. They can see it happening in real life.
Right. What do the kids think about that? Do you see a lot of young droid builders in the making?
It's very expensive to build droids. So you don't see too many young droid builders for like R2s and stuff like that. But for college age kids, you see a lot of them doing the battle bot thing, where they're building the bots that battle each other.
Right. Now, do you mind if I ask, and if this is something personal, feel free not to answer, but I mean, you were saying that this is an expensive hobby. Is it something where, like, you buy your R2, you spend the money on it, and it's done, or is it constantly putting money in?
No. It's have you ever seen that movie Money Pit about that?
With Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
So you have money pit droids.
Yes. Well, some of the things happen like with my R2, because I'm out in the crowds and stuff. He'll get inadvertently damaged, or somebody will need a part off of him more than I do, and so I'm always having to replace or repair parts, and which is fine. That's why I like going out into the crowds, is for the kids to interact, and a lot of the parents interact more than the kids because they want that little soccer ball, that BB thing, and
Right.
So yeah, there's always like, here I've got replacement parts here for the R2 that have been damaged over the last couple of shows that are going to be put on before Stockton.
Oh, wow.
And so, but yeah.
There's constantly upkeep for him, huh?
Yeah, and I'm also finding better ways to build things. Like I'm doing a R2 droid for two R2s right now. One for my friend Juan, and he's got all these ideas, but he doesn't have the time because he runs his own business too. And so he'll say, hey, what about this? What about that? And we'll bounce it off each other. And then I'll come up with new upgrades that are going into his R2 that I'm going to add to my R2. Yeah.
Right. Do Do you let me well how much does your R2 unit weigh?
My R2, okay, the R2 I have right now is actually number 3 that I
Oh
built.
wow.
He weighs less than 100 pounds.
Oh,
But my
okay.
first R2 I built weighed over 250.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so with learning how to do new things like 3D printing, I 3D print a lot of parts for him now.
Right.
But his frame is still wood for the strength.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. So do you have your own 3D printer or do you have to get people to make things?
No, I have 3 3D printers that are running almost 24/7 now. I'm doing a lot of
Oh,
projects like for Alan Fernandez. I'm making him a new Tusken Raider helmet. A
oh
friend
wow.
Tammy. I'm doing my first armor kit. So my friend Tammy,
Mm,
I'm 3D printing it for her, and then she's doing all the body work on the parts. And so that, and then I've got another mouse droid I'm building for another friend. And so yeah.
Now, do you have I know in different parts of the country there's actually droid builder clubs. Are you part of any droid builder club? Do you work on these by yourself or do you work on these with other people?
Well, currently right now I'm uh when I was in Santa Cruz, there's a Bay Area droid builders who's San Francisco, Oakland, and up in that area. When I first started building my R2s, I was in Santa Cruz. That's why my name up there is R2SC. That's for R2 Santa Cruz, because
Oh,
that's where
nice.
he was born. Um, so they told me, the Bay Area droid builders told me I was too far south for the group to start my own group. So
Mm,
technically, R2SC is his own group now. And so, but we're bringing in people, like with the Outlanders. We're doing a lot more stuff with the Outlander group that we're now part of. We're
right.
doing, shows together. We're doing, everything together. And so hopefully some of those want to come in and start building droids too.
Right.
And so that way the R2 group will grow and um, the Outlanders group will grow.
Right. Is there any droid that you wanted to do that you haven't had a chance to do yet? Like I would love to see a gonk droid, man.
Um, there actually is a guy. His name is Cena, something. John Cena, not the wrestler guy. Right? But he works for ILM, or not ILM, Lucas, and
Uh-huh.
he built an operational gonk droid, and that's actually the only
Ooh.
one that I know of in existence right now.
Mm. Ooh.
Yeah. So it
Mira says
walks
I'm planning on
around and
making
talks. A BD1,
nice. I love BD1. Which one is the BD1?
the little white one with the goggle glasses.
Oh yeah. Was that the one that was burning the feet of the R2 unit?
No. um, no, that's a little one. God, he drives around. He's got, the one goggle is, zoom lens, and the other one's a regular lens. Little white one.
Um. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Mike at Jedi Council of America, Mr. Mike Berger. Thank you for tuning in. He's asking if it's static or animated. I'm guessing he's asking if the droid is static or animated. I don't know if that's
No, all my
a
droids
reference
are
to something else.
animated.
They are
The
actually
BD1,
animated.
the BD1. I've seen the BD1s as animated. I have the 3D files to print and to animate one.
Ooh. Ooh. Now,
Yes,
what
there
what
it
do
is.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's what she's making? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
those are
from
cool to look
Fallen
at.
Order. Oh, okay. So that's what the
Yep.
question was I'm guessing is she making a static or animated
Oh,
BD1? I think that's what that
yeah.
question was. Okay. Sorry, my bad. I am all caught up. There are so many different droids you can build, it seems.
Yes, yes. It's there's a gentleman who's in Europe. His name is Mr. Badley Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Badley Prince. It's his actual last name. But he's got files that he creates, and he's got everything from. I mean, I'm working on two BB-8s. They're both fully 3D printed.
Oh, wow.
They're from his collection. Plus, he has everything from the new Endor show. The droids there, the little red one that stacks up. He's got that already designed out and made. But yeah, there's some other droid builders that are just way crazier than I am. I mean, because literally my room is full of droids. I mean, people ask me, where do you keep them? I said, well, for a while, I had when I had 3 pit droids, 2 of them slept in my bed with me. I'm single. I mean, I don't care.
Right. Is this your big hobby then? Is this what you do when you're not doing, whatever? I don't know if you have a full-time job or if you do other things.
This is between the 3D printing and my working during the summer, teaching the robotic classes, and I also teach a Lego creative build class at Cruise Kids in Santa Cruz. Mm-hmm. And between the 2 of those and my 3D printing that I do on the side, that's it, And
wow.
My droids, my commissions on building the droids. So,
right, yeah, I was going to ask that. You had talked about you're building things for other people, so you do commission work then.
Yes.
I can imagine you're not a cheap person to hire though.
I can be.
Well, I don't imagine these droids are like, $100 or something like that. I'm sure that people spend a lot of money putting these droids together.
Yeah, and to build the droids and stuff for people, it's like my first R2D2 is actually at a collector's house. And he's got, movie prop stuff all over his living room, and he's got R2D2 right next to his TV. And,
wow.
But like with the new ones that I'm building now, it's actually cheaper because I've refined the technique of building the droids. I mean, you can't buy parts off the shelf. All these parts are made. And so, I have templates of like for the frame, I have templates for that. Droid Division has static droids. Yes, Droid Division does have static droids, but you can also get the 3D print files from Badley Prints for the animatronic.
Is Droid Division a company?
Droid Division is another. They're like the astromech.net. It's like the 501st compared to the Jedi Council, compared to the Endor base. They're just another branch of the R2s of the droids, and I'm also a member of Droid Division.
Okay, excellent. So, when you go out to shows, do you try to take several of your robots with you? Do you usually take one, or is it hard to keep people from messing with them or breaking them, or?
I usually bring R2. Like if I have a booth, I'll bring R2, I'll bring Chopper, I'll bring Pit Droid, I'll bring Mouse Droid, and I have a display setup that I set up on the table. And I have a sign that says, please do not touch. And I don't hang out there. I go around and I drive all over the place. So, there's been things that, have been missing. That's why I said sometimes people will need something off one of my droids more than I do. And Juan Castaneda right there that just joined, he's actually one of the people I'm building a droid for.
Oh, excellent. Is it an R2?
Yes, it's an R2. He's getting
now R2s, is that pretty much what majority of people want? Is that the bread and butter, or do people like a variety of different droids?
Everybody recognizes the R2 units, and so those are the ones that I mean, I've gotten no requests to build any other droid than R2 at this point, other than
Wow.
Another friend wants a pit droid, but that's a 3D printed one.
Right. Do you have a favorite droid to build or to work on?
But like I said, it's always the R2D2 and BB-8. Yes, I'm building him a BB-8. I swore I'd never make a BB-8 because he's too new school. But
Right.
yeah, Juan acquired one that was damaged, misrepresented in the sale, and then damaged quite a bit. So kind of felt bad for him. So I thought I'd 3D print him a whole new one.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah. So those are going together. So.
Right. Have you ever thought about doing something, not necessarily a droid, but like a walker, like an AT-AT walker or something like that?
Not
like vehicles.
Walker. Oh, vehicles? No. No. I mean, if I had the space for one, I might. Yes, Stockton Con will be there. What I have built that's static is I've built a B1B battle droid that's 6'2". My son has that one.
Wow.
He acquired it. Yeah, he came over and said that must go with him. And so he has my B1 battle droid. But the one I want to build is the nurse droid.
Oh, like the old school one with like the octopus arm, or like the little floating one that Padme. Ube.
No, like
Ube.
the one in Mandalorian.
Yeah, the other medical droid that I'm thinking about
the
had
battle droid that was recommissioned.
Yeah.
He was reprogrammed.
Right. Ooh, or like an IG-88. That would be crazy.
Yes. That's most likely my next personal project is that one.
Oh, wow. That's quite an ambitious project. What is up, John? Good to see you. I want to thank everybody that is tuning in here tonight. I see we have a lot of people that are in love with droids. When you go out to these cons, typically, you don't really. I know when I see you usually have a table there. Are you typically like a guest of the cons? Because you're not really selling anything. You're not selling your service, but I always see you with the table at the cons. How does that work, or how do you get into these cons?
I R2 and the Outlanders were booked for at least 2 weekends a month. And so, and we're going as guests. So our members get in free. The table and the space is free. But the promoters, they're very adamant about, if you say you're going to have 20 people there, you better have 20 people there, because they're tired of clubs showing up and saying, hey, we're going to have 20 or 30 people here. And then they give you a huge space, which is money lost to them, but as benefit for the people that are going to the cons to have you there and interact with you. And so, but if they don't show up in the force they say they're going to, now they look at it as money wasted. And why are they going to keep doing it? So I've been doing like Stockton, Lodi, SACCon, SAC Anime, Contra Costa Con, which is a great one coming up next month. Oh my gosh, that one's gonna be epic. It's the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. They're doing a whole Star Wars themed. Yeah, and a lot of stars are gonna be there at that one.
I need to get in on that one.
Yeah, they're taking applications now. I
Ooh.
can
All right.
off the air. I can get you the promoter's number.
Yes, please.
Well, I mean, he's all for making all this kind of stuff happen. So
Right. Yeah, we just had Archon last weekend. R2 was
yeah,
out there visiting everybody at the con. How did that go for you?
that was fun. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you. Definitely count us
Wonderful.
in for your next ones.
Woohoo! Well, thank you very much.
So,
Now, I also know that you kind of have a little bit of a road buddy now too, right? Like, seems like you are kind of a chauffeur, kind of for Alan, or you help Alan out, go to a lot of his events.
yes, we've become pretty good friends. Um, we typically now since Alan doesn't drive, he doesn't drive anymore, so he needs a ride to wherever he's going and his cons that he does. And typically it's been Sandra Nelson. He takes him around too, who's
Hmm.
obviously Darth Vader. And so, but lately it's been, hey, like with you, when you booked Alan for your show, Alan said,
Right.
hey, R2 has to come with me. And you said, well, of course he does. And so, there's been like, Alan's going to be with me at Lodi, Stockton. And then like he got booked for somewhere in Nevada. And
Oh wow.
he told him that R2D2 has to come with him. And so they said, okay.
Right. Who's gonna turn
And
R2 down?
yeah. And so yeah. So that,
Right.
when we do events far away, over my limit's 2 hours each way.
Mm.
Is the promoter will typically put us up in a hotel room too, and
Oh
so which
wow.
is nice. And
Nice.
so that's what I'm saying. They spend money to have us there, whether they don't, even though they don't pay us to be there.
Right.
But you think about it, like at Contra Costa Con next month, the tables are
Right.
$195, and we're getting ours for free. We're actually getting two. And
Right.
so, yeah,
Yeah, so it costs somebody something.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and just for the people in the audience who may or may not know, we were referring to Alan. That is Alan Fernandez, who is a Tuscan Raider from the original A New Hope.
He's the
Um,
last living Tuscan Raider.
the last living Tuscan Raider from A New Hope. Yeah, it's very cool. We had Tim and Alan there, and
Mhm.
R2 there, so we had like all of Tatooine out for our show.
You have the Raider and you have the thief, and
Right.
R2 was afraid of both of them.
Just caught in the middle.
He's in the middle. He doesn't know whether he's going to get stolen or parted out.
Right. So, I imagine you own a pickup truck to carry
Um,
this around.
I I have a 2000 Toyota 4Runner
Oh,
that has many miles on it, and
right.
I have a good friend who has his shop, and I'm going to plug him. Twins Automotive. They've actually rebuilt the engine in my car, done all the brakes, the bearings, to make sure that R2, not me, R2 has a safe vehicle to be in.
They're more concerned about the droid.
Yep. And so, but yeah,
Do you ever put a pit droid in the passenger seat with the seatbelt on to get through the commute lanes?
I did. Yes, I did. And I did not work. It did not work. I still got the ticket. And
Oh man.
I told him Droid lives matter, but he didn't care.
Oh, those cops, man. No sense of
Yeah.
humor.
Well, when I got into a car accident on Highway 17 many years ago, like 3 years ago now, and my first R2D2 was thrown out the side window of the car,
Oh my god.
and he ended up on Highway 17. And by the time so we're blocking the whole road, and by the time the cops got up there, I had already set R2 back up on his legs and into the truck, and they were taking selfies of R2 at my accident scene.
Right.
And so, yeah.
Art's popular no matter where he goes.
Oh, he gets me. I sometimes will drive with the back window of the Toyota rolled down because that's where R2 is stationed because he's the heaviest. So he's
right.
like looking out the back window, and I get people honking and driving by, or screaming.
Nice. So is this something? Is this? I mean, it seems like something you really love and enjoy. Is this something that you can see yourself doing for the next 10, 20 years, or do you want to evolve this somehow and try other things, or what are your thoughts?
This is what I want to do. I mean, because I don't get paid to go there. I break even, so that is fine. But I do it for the people's reaction, their smiles, the people's joy, the happiness, the kids. Oh my gosh, the eyes light up on the kids, and I do it. I do it for the aha moment. The kids, the excitement.
Right.
So, and it keeps me young. I mean, my kids are all grown. They're off doing their lives, and that it's dad's time now.
Right. Do you ever have you done, or would you ever consider doing droid outside of Star Wars, like, I don't know, Cylon Raider or other kind of things?
Yes, I've been asked to do the droid from never remember this series. It's got a phone booth.
Oh, are you talking about Doctor Who?
Doctor Who, the droids from Doctor Who, yeah.
The Daleks, the Dalek droid or whatever.
Yeah. But that's more of a costume,
nice.
So it's a 3D printed, piece that goes on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we got our Doctor Who fans in the audience. They definitely know what you're talking about.
My oldest son's watched every season, every show, and he goes, "Dad, you got to watch it." And I'm all, "It's really, I can't." I do watch Star Trek though. I like Star Trek.
Right. Not everyone is for everybody. He says, "I have 5 wind-up Daleks."
That's why there's so many different series out there.
Right. So, do you think you're going to do that, or is that just something somebody wants you to do?
It was something they asked me if I would be willing to do, and I told them sure. I mean, I'm not going to stay just to Star Wars. If somebody wants, to put together, any droid they want, I'll give it a shot. I mean, like I said, I'm building my first armor set for, my friend. And so, I mean, that's a whole different beast on its own too, because like, here's my first print at an arm piece. Okay. Which is supposed to fit a 5 foot tall young lady and is bigger than my arm. And I'm a big guy.
Right.
So sometimes measurements don't come out the way you want them, so I'm finding it actually more challenging to build the armor set to her body size and everything than it is to take a block and create it into something I want in my own size and shape.
Right. So we're gonna have all your information here. I believe Mezzo's gonna put it down in the descriptions down below where people can find you if they are looking for commissions and things like that. Is there anything, if somebody was just starting to get into droid building, is there any advice you could give them? Like, should they start off with a certain type of tool bag, or just get around other builders, or what would you suggest for a young builder? A new builder, I should say.
New builders are very encouraged to go to the website is astromech.net. Go through the chats or join the club, go through the chats and read I mean, just do endless amounts of research, and you're going to find some very helpful people in the group, and you are going to find some very bad people in the group that are want to sell you overpriced stuff. So just do a lot of research. I mean, go to the website. It's, we're sanctioned by Lucas, and so yes, thank you. So just read the forums. Oh my gosh, I still go back to the forums, and you just type in your question that you have at the header, and it'll take you to the forums that are talking about that subject. So I mean, and when other droid builders come up with new ideas, they share them to the boards, and so that's the best. That, and go to like the other clubs. Go to the Badley Prince. Go to their website. Read their stuff. Go to the Droid Division. Read their stuff. Do a lot of research before you start. And there's some people. I mean, I know several people that they're working on their R2, and it's been 2-3 years. But that's just the way it goes. Is you build them as fast as you either financially can or are willing to. Yes, thank you for Mr. Badley's group. And so,
wonderful. We're gonna get ready and close out here in a minute. Do you have any departing words for people or anything you would like people to know?
Yeah, I mean, just stay having fun, going to the cons, having fun. I mean, you're going to see us at the Stockton Con the 25th or this weekend. And then next month we'll be at Contra Costa Con. I mean, we're going to be at we're going to be at SACCon. We're going to be at Lodi. We're going to be, the summer ones. We go to, if you Google R2SC, you can find, I'll start posting it more, but you'll find where we're going to be. And if you have questions, ask them. I'm open. If you want to start building a droid and you just want to do it on your own and you have questions, I can talk. Or if you want to build other droids, and like I said, I'm always open for questions and answers. And if somebody wants to just hang out at the booth, come on down.
Excellent. Steve, I appreciate you taking time to talk with us tonight. It's always so much fun seeing you at all the cons, and we totally appreciate you coming out to Kyber Con. Thank you so much for everything you do, and I'm hoping I can catch you at Stockton Con.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Steve.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right, Mezzo. Roll that film. Hey, there was a shot of Kevin Hogan.
Yes, there was. It just was a quick shot of him at the end there. You guys, you didn't notice, but before the interview, my oldest, who is now a subscriber on the channel, was sitting right here, and he was popping his head up, like, secretly. So if anyone's curious, and when the stream ends, or like, I think you can do it while it's going. You can rewind it before the interview and see his little face pop up, like in the corner.
Little random head popping up out of the corner.
Yes, he was.
Like a little gremlin.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mead, for coming on. It was wonderful to actually meet you in person a week ago, too. That was really, really cool. And when I love, because
be sure to check him out.
Yes, make sure to check him out. I was running around like crazy, like a chicken with my head cut off during the convention. But every time I walked by Steve and R2, I would say hi to R2, and I could just see the joy on his face, see the joy of everybody else, like seeing R2. And you can see him having a great time. So that was fun. So thank you so much. Just a reminder to everybody in the chat, if you were just tuning in or if you hadn't heard yet, Yes, we reached 1,000 subscribers, which is amazing. We reached that
1,005.
Yeah, we're at 1,005, and we're going to do a NeoPixel Dark Saber giveaway next weekend. We need to make sure it's in stock before we do the giveaway. So
that's right. It is shipping this Tuesday.
Yeah, shipping Tuesday. We'll be at
Tuesday.
The store. We'll be at the shop on Friday, and so we want to make sure that it's available.
I see the little gremlin.
Yes,
but that's what an armadillo looks like.
That's Mighty Armadillo, who was our 1,000th subscriber. Here he is, my oldest. He is very excited. He was watching like a hawk, and I told him, do it now. He wanted to be 1,000, so he was very, very excited. Anyway,
that's fantastic.
So yes, tune in to next week. In order to enter, all you have to do is show up and chat in our chat and be a subscriber. So spread the word.
Leave a comment.
Know about it. Leave a comment. You chat in the chat and leave a comment. You are entered in to win. If you have multiple, thank you, John. If you have multiple YouTube accounts, you can actually do that to have a better chance to win. Thomas, hello. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello,
guys, don't forget to like the stream. That helps us out a whole lot. Next
please.
we have Kevin Hogan, who is our producer. He goes to conventions every weekend, and last weekend he did go to KyberCon 3, and he got into other couple things. And so, Kevin Hogan, thank you so much for your report. All of you enjoy.
Hello, this is Kevin.
Wait! Before you start, I want to.
He wants to say something.
Just got the photographs.
Okay, there you are.
We just got photographs back from our photographer. We got our photos back from our photographer for KyberCon 3. We just got them in today. So within the next few days, be looking out on our Kyber Cave production page, and you will be able to see photos from KyberCon 3. So yes, okay. So now go ahead and roll that.
Now I'm rolling it. Here you go, Kevin. Thank you.
Hello, this is Kevin Hogan from Northern California with another episode of California Comic-Con Adventures. On the weekend of February the 4th through the 5th, 2023, we got to see an old school style Comic-Con at Cal Comic-Con 2023 over in Costa Mesa Comic-Con. This is one where they mostly have just comic book vendors showing off their cool booths there with lots of comic books for sale there. So got to see them showing off all their stuff there. This is kind of similar to what you see in Northern California at the Berkeley Comic-Con, where it's mostly comic books for sale there. So for some people, they mostly just kind of like that stuff going on there. So that's kind of fun going on there. Other events going on that same weekend there. We got to see our friends over at Ohana Comic-Con. We're over in Folsom on February the 5th. And then they were also Ohana Comic-Con on February the 11th was in Central California in Turlock. Ohana Comic-Con, as you know, travels to a different city every weekend up and down the state of California, putting on Comic-Cons at local fairgrounds and veteran homes and moose lodges and other eagles lodges there. They're very economically priced, usually in areas where there's free parking there. It's a great chance to hang out with local friends there, get to see their cosplay contest usually around 3:30 in the afternoon there. They have vendor halls there, get to see lots of cool souvenirs there. So if they ever come to a town near you, it's definitely a fun time to check out and meet some local friends there. Very good time to hang out there. And also some fun happenings that were going on there. For those of you in the Northern California area, on February the 5th was the East Bay Comic-Con up in Concord. That was really fun to get to check out there. Also great in Concord area, had some free parking there again there. Got to see lots of local sci-fi fans there, especially lots of Star Trek fans walking around there. I myself was a cat furry doctor there from Star Trek Lower Decks there. Got to see lots of Star Trekkies walking around there. Got to see some more Star Wars fans walking around there too there. It was really fun getting to see some celebrities signing autographs there, see some professional photographers taking pictures there. It was really great. Even saw a giant X-Men Sentinel robot walking around there. R2-D2 from Star Wars Droid was rolling around there, taking pictures there. It was a great time over at the Concord Hotel there. It was really fun. So every year there, they got the East Bay Comic-Con over there in Concord. If you ever get a chance, definitely recommend checking it out there. It's also very economical admission price there. It's really great fun for everyone to check that out there. And for those of you up in the Fairfield area, you may remember visiting all of us here at the Kyber Cave there. We're there over at KyberCon on February the 11th there. We had a really nice time meeting all of you there. We had some fun celebrities for everyone there. Oh, John D. Michaels from Squid Games were there. You may remember him from the last episodes there. He was one of the VIPs there. Eric Voss and Tommy Beckhold were there. They were hosting panels there. All of our friends from John Pilla there. He's a world-class flow artist there. He was showing off some cool moves with his lightsaber there, doing some cool tricks there. And also Alan Fernandez, he's the Tusken Raider from A New Hope, was there. He was signing autographs there, talking to us about Star Wars. That was fun there. So it was a great time meeting everyone there. Had some vendors there. Got to see lots of fun Star Wars cosplays there. Some saber battles there. It was a great thing seeing everyone there showing off their cool Ghostbuster cosplays there. I myself was walking around as Marty McFly from Back to the Future there, keeping those 80 references going there as best as possible there, and looking forward to seeing more of those cool cosplays out in the future there. And speaking of future events there, for those of you interested in upcoming events there, on the weekend of February 25th to the 26th, 2023, is going to be Stockton Con Winter at the Stockton Arena. So definitely look forward to seeing all of you folks over there at the Stockton Con event there coming up. And also in mid-March is going to be Contra Costa Con in Concord. So definitely looking forward to seeing all of you in the Concord area at the next Contra Con at that event there. So it'll be fun to check that out there too. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the picks, and we'll see you out there at the next Comic-Con.
Yay, KyberCon 3!
Woo! That was very cool.
Yes,
it was
thank
cool
you
seeing
so
ourselves in the segment.
It's just so weird
thank-
to see that.
Yes, hopefully there will be a KyberCon 4 next year. I'm just barely having survived this last one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work
it
putting
was-
cons on.
Dude, y'all, you have no idea. So, like, this was my first ever con planning, and thank you, Mighty. This was my first ever time planning one, and Van's like, "Hey, you're gonna help me plan it." And I was like, "I've never done this." He's like, "You're gonna be a pro," and I'm like, "You got 5 weeks. He's like, you're gonna be a pro anyway." So it was like KyberCon. It was like convention boot camp kind of, and even
Right.
even when the convention was happening, there were still things I was like learning. While I was there,
Right.
like I totally went over my head of like knowing that I need to make sure things were happening on time, and if there was an issue to solve it and figure out some kind of solution for it or whatever. And
Right.
I for having my first time doing it, I am pretty proud of myself. I know there are definitely things we'll improve on next time when we have more time.
You did a
to plan
fantastic job.
things.
Keeping in mind
Thank
that
you.
typically for a con, if I was to throw an event like this, I usually like 3 to 6 months to plan it. We had just over 4 weeks to put all of this together. So, and every time with you, when it comes to you, Mez, it's always a baptism by fire, dude. You never get a chance. It's just throw you right in.
Joining the show 2 days before like my first live, and meeting you the day of, and throwing a bunch of editing together, and there we go.
Yeah,
it
you're
was
just
like,
pretty
here you
much
go.
used to it with around me. You never know where I'm going to be throwing
Yes.
you.
Oh my goodness, you drive me crazy.
We actually have and another part of the reason that we're going to be making an announcement next week with the Darksaber, we're actually going to be doing a special fundraiser. I'm going to give a little bit of a teaser here now. But for those of you that have been around Kyber Cave, you may know that we're not just a Saber store. We are not just a YouTube channel, but we do like to do charity work, and we like to help out those in our community. Well, it seems like one of our own is in need, so we are going to be doing a fundraiser. We're going to be having sabers going on sale. Oh, Patreon. Don't let me forget about Patreon, too, to tell people about that.
Yeah.
We're going to be having sales on sabers, but I think we decided 20% of all of our profits are going to be going towards getting John. John is with AbiliTVs. He does a show with us called Beatdown as well as Hearts of Kyber. And he is in desperate need of a new wheelchair. And his insurance will not cover it for him. So, you know what? If the government ain't going to do it, we're going to do it ourselves. So we are pulling together. We would love your help. 20% of all the sales from our sabers starting at the beginning of the month and going up until May 4th. 20% off of all those sabers will be going towards John's funds to help him.
That's awesome.
Yes, and then we're also going to start a GoFundMe, and if you would like to help and contribute, you can do that as well. But that is what we are going to be doing for that. I also want to let you know the Patreon. If you have not joined our Patreon, now is a very good time. If you join between now and the end of the month, you will have 2 months in, and if you join at our family level or our friend level, you will get a chance at special prizes coming up for May 4th. So once a year, if you are a Patreon, we give out 5 sabers to our top 2 tiers, people in the top 2 tiers. We do a random drawing of 5 sabers. So if we have only 5 people in the top 2 tiers, it sounds like everybody gets a saber. If we have more, then it's a drawing. If you are in the very, very top tier, not only do you have a chance at the 4 sabers, but you have a chance at a one-of-a-kind saber. So that will be a saber that is specially etched or powder-coated and does not look like any other saber. You will have a one-of-a-kind saber. So if you join at the family level, you are in the drawing for that. That will be late April so that you can have your saber for May 4th in your hand. So if you have not done so, you can join at many different levels. We have levels for as low as $1. You can help with this show and make sure we continue to keep bringing you this and all of our other shows on this channel.
And all of those
I've said my piece.
You said your piece. For those who don't know, we had a wonderful sponsor for our convention from Graveyard and his podcast with Salem. They mostly pod out at night, mostly. And what you can actually do is I'm going to post a link in the chat. This is their merch site, and you can get 15% off with the code CyberCon3. So let me put the code in the chat. You can go over and check out their merch site and use this code, and you will get 15% off of your order. And that is only through February. Once March 1st hits,
excited for that.
Goodbye. No more code. So please check that out.
I need to give you some buying out merch.
Yes, and if you have any issues for some reason with the code, just send me an email at kybercaveproductions@gmail.com, and we'll get that kind of thing sorted. So we'll figure it out. But anyway, that is what we're doing for that. Guys, don't forget our shows that we have tomorrow evening. We have a Retro Alcove upload. Graveyard and I played a game from the 1993, came out the first day of 93. So we just had their 30th anniversary, called Seventh Guest. It is a point-and-click kind of horror, but very campy, so it's kind of silly. With like the best acting ever. But it's a fond memory. It's a game I loved as a kid. I loved point-and-click ever since I was like 7 or 8. And then we have Tuesday. Tuesday's Beatdown. We have with John from AbiliTV. Yes, we have our new Beatdown show. Our DJ AbiliTV putting beats to the sabers, Wednesday morning is gaming live stream with myself and Aubrey. We are going to try to be finishing up the Payne's Creek Killings by EQ Studios, which, if you didn't know, Van, their second game was fully funded.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes, and tomorrow is the last day, I think, or it's 23rd. I can't remember. Is the last day of the Kickstarter, and all the extra money was going towards translating to other languages. And then Wednesday night we have Hearts of Kyber with Van here, Ark here, and John AbiliTV. They always talk about mental and physical disabilities. Robin is our
5 p.m.
That's at 5 p.m. Pacific, and Robin, who when he's able to be there, is actually doing sign for it. I know a little sign, very very little. Anyway, And then Thursday nights, we have another gaming live stream with Force and Friends. They've been doing a lot of Callisto Protocol and stuff like that lately. And then Friday evening, we have After Dark, which is our topic discussion show, which we have a heavy and light topic that people talk about. We recommend 18 plus for that show. So Mighty the Armadillo, don't you dare watch that.
And that's an 8 p.m. live show.
Yes, 8 p.m. Pacific live show. And then Saturday currently is no shows.
Is no shows, but we do have something in the works. I'm super excited about.
We have something in the works, and once we have things finalized, we will announce that for sure. We have another show that's kind of like also in pre-production stages. So,
and
oh my goodness,
I want to speaking of which, I want to show off cool stuff that we just recently got. Check that out. Ooh.
Oh snap! We got stickers.
We got stickers, yo. So we got Kyber Cave stickers and Kyber Cave production stickers. Finally.
Yes, finally.
This show is a real little show. We hit 1,000 subscribers. We're just about 800 view hours away from becoming a real little YouTube channel.
Yes,
and
once
we estimate that should happen in
gonna,
roughly 6 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks, we will be applying. What are you doing? I am in a show. It's him again.
That armadillo.
I will be out in a minute. Go away.
All right, let's get this wrapped up, Miss.
Okay. Goodness gracious. He's like talking to me about corn dogs. All right, guys. Thank you so much for this wonderful week. Thank you, Mr. Mead, for being on our show. Here is your talk of the town. Have a good week.
Don't forget next week, Dark Saber. Tell all your friends.
Yes. Tell all your friends. All right. Bye.
Peace.